Hey, what's going on? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live. You see it.
Industry's most wanted.
Big industry's most wanted, not the little one. Listen, I have somebody so beautiful checking in. Look at her. She's like a ray of sunshine. Shout out to Miss Kash checking in all the way from Seattle, Washington. How you doing, beautiful?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We definitely have a lot to talk about to, get into. You're originally from Oakland, California. So we'll kind of start right there, but introduce yourself first.
I'm Miss Cash, independent artist, football mom, writer, wear a lot of hats.
Listen, being a football mom in itself is a big job, right?
You telling me? Whew. I'm tired just thinking about it.
Listen, I know my son grew up and I kept him in sports from elementary till he graduated high school. And like that alone is a full-time job, keeping up with going to the games and, buying uniforms and taking them to practice. And I get it. But I definitely commend you for that 100%. Let's
Thank
take
you.
it back to your childhood, growing up in Seattle. No, yeah, you grew up in Oakland. I'm going to keep getting that confused. Growing up in Oakland, California, what were you into as a child? Was it always music?
It started off as poetry, writing poems, then it turned into short stories, then it was writing screenplays, and then it turned into music.
Yeah.
So I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, do I want to go back to my original love of like stage and acting and things like that? But the songwriting is like kind of got me with the heartstrings right now. I have so
Understood.
much to say musically.
Listen, life, really, as they say, life be lifing. We go through a lot of stuff, and especially us as women, we're very emotional just by nature. We're very nurturing. And I feel like you can pour a lot of that into your music because you have to have a release for it.
Yeah.
Take us
Definitely.
back to when you were writing poetry. About what age did that start for you?
I was probably about 10 or 11. My aunt, which is also my godmom, introduced me to Maya Angelou, and she gave me this book, and I was just like, oh my God, this is like the most amazing stuff I've ever read. And then I started getting deeper and deeper into other authors, and I'm like, well, let me try this myself. So I wrote a poem and I showed it to one of my teachers, and she's like, you like really got a gift. Like, who told you those words to use in there? And she was just like blown away by the word choices, the visions I was creating in the poem. And so from there, I started doing that for probably about maybe 2 years, 3 years straight. Then around 14, it should turned into the stories.
Got you. Got you. Was
Yeah.
spoken word ever something that you tapped into?
Yeah. Kind of mixed in with the freestyling and rap.
Understood. So
Yeah.
the poetry that you wrote when you were little, did any of the ideas that you wrote a poem about ever become a spin-off for a song that you wrote in your adulthood? Yes.
Yes.
She said, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Do you
Yes.
still have when you wrote your poems, did you have it like in a journal or a book or a
Yeah,
tablet? Do you still have some of those from when you
I
were little?
do. I
So
still have
priceless.
some stories that I wrote. I still have flyers from like plays that we did that I wrote, and lots of journals though. Yeah.
That is amazing. Absolutely. Going back and reflecting on that, it probably almost makes you emotional when you read through some of that stuff to say, gosh, that's what I was feeling when I was little. That was me
Yeah.
as a little girl, and probably into adulthood, you can still relate to some of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially going through like depression around 14, and oh, I was in a dark space when I wrote this, or
Yeah.
just happy that I got through it by using writing to kind of cope with it at the time.
Right, because no matter what age we are, we need an outlet. We need something because mental health is very real. And like you said, we go through depression, we go through anxiety. We
Yeah.
still go through that type of stuff because life is crazy. It's a crazy world we live in, and we need that outlet. So is it safe to say that, the creative process for you of music is like a physical, or if not a physical, a mental therapy? Well, probably physical too, but a mental therapy?
Yes, girl. Do you know how many songs then saved me from just like snapping or going off on somebody? I was just like, let me channel that. Let me save that and put that somewhere and just release it later. Cause man, have I had act up on some of the things. Oh, you wouldn't be talking to me right now, unfortunately.
Listen, we all have to have that outlet. And, even though I'm not a creator of music, being in this music industry and being able to, have these type of conversations with, artists like yourself is my therapy, is definitely my
Really?
therapy. Absolutely. Shout out
Yeah.
to the Vicious checking in over there on Twitch. I forgot to mention we are live streaming on YouTube, Facebook, two Facebook pages, and Twitch right now. So we're on multiple
What?
platforms. Yeah. So shout out to the Vicious. That's my family down there in Florida. So thank you for
Hey, y'all.
absolutely. We got the beautiful and lovely Miss Cash checking in all the way from Seattle. Let me ask you this: is it rainy out there? You hear people be saying, "Oh,
Yes. They are not even exaggerating. It rains like the majority of the time here. So you got to
really?"
be built different to like deal with the weather. But when summer comes, it is like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen because there's like so many trees and
Yes.
rivers and lakes and beaches and all this stuff. It's beautiful.
Now that's my type of therapy. I love the outdoors.
Yeah.
I feel like God created all that for us. It's a gift He gave
Yeah.
us. So, gosh, how cold is it out there right now?
Right now, it's probably about 40
Oh,
because we
yes.
have like the bomb cyclone going on right now. Like
Okay.
last night was windy. I hope the power doesn't go out right now. It went out last night. So it's like something coming on the West Coast. I don't know.
Man.
It's weird.
So, what took you to Seattle from Oakland, if you don't mind sharing?
Well, I originally had a friend that lived here, and I was going through some stuff in my life where I was like, I got to make a change for my kids. Like I
Yes.
had gone through domestic violence, a court case, and then what did it was my oldest son was like in first grade, and he like left school and went to the store, stole some hot Cheetos. We were like looking for him and can't find him. And I'm like, that's like the last straw. They can't come up in this environment. I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
So I called the friend that lived in Seattle and she was just like, yeah, it's a good place for raising kids. Like, if you want to make a change, child, never been to Seattle, never visited, nothing. I was just like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to
I'm
do it. I
on my
started
way.
looking up stuff and booked like a train ticket, a bus ticket, all that. And a month later, we were gone. Best decision ever.
Absolutely, because you really, when you become a mother or a parent, period, a mother or father, it instantly becomes bigger than us.
Yes.
And we always want our children to do better than us.
Hmm.
And that comes with us putting them in an environment to be safe and,
Yeah.
have a good education and have a good upbringing. And I
Hmm.
commend you for just, packing up and moving because some people wouldn't take that risk, especially like you said, to a
Mm-mm.
city you've never been. Do your kids enjoy it there in Seattle?
They do.
Oh, that's
They
amazing.
do. They're friends like from childhood because they got here like right at a really important time. Like you want to
Yeah.
have those friends for the rest of your life, and most of them still the same friends come over. They're like brothers, my other kids.
They're
So
thriving out there.
yeah,
They are thriving out there. That's beautiful. Are your kids at all interested in music at any level?
my oldest son, he'll probably get mad that I'm saying this, but he got flows. He makes
Okay.
little songs and stuff, but he's just like into his football. He doesn't really want to put that out there right now. But I'm hard. He knows he got to come with some lyrics. You got to work on your delivery. It got to be
Yes.
right if you're gonna do it.
I
So,
know that's right. I
but
know
he's
that's
dope.
right. That
He's
is dope.
dope.
So football is something that he potentially wants to pursue as a career. Has he decided that yet?
We are like in the middle of that right now,
Yeah.
deciding on. He just locked in an agent this week. He's like
Wow,
really
congratulations.
about to declare for the draft, all that. He's
Wow.
like, it's a journey right now. Like, I'm
No,
locked in on it. I'm researching like everything that needs to be known. So, yeah.
that is a pivotal time right there because it's like it's where you now understand that, your child is going from a boy to a man and
Yeah.
things are happening. That's when my son, because he played sports, but he decided to go the military route. And I remember the day that I dropped him off at the recruiter station and I seen him walking away, I said, that's it. He's a man now.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh, it's so, but he's had a beautiful
Oh
upbringing.
my gosh.
Look at you. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Out here doing it. So talking about your music career, you've been doing music for a long time, but really professionally for about 6 years now.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that turning point for you. What was it that made you say, you know what, this is something that I really want to pursue? Let me go ahead and get my music business together. Let me get my team together. What was that turning point for you?
I think it was the fact that, before when I was doing it, I kind of pushed pause on it to really indulge in raising the kids. Like, I didn't want to miss any, memorable moments. I didn't want to hear secondhand what's going on with them. I wanted to be there and experience it.
Yes.
So when my son was graduating and about to go to college, I'm like, okay, I've poured all of this into you guys. I need to bring it back to my dreams now. So got back in the studio and picked up where I left off. Like I
Like right
said,
to
I've gotten
that.
you guys here and now your brother is right behind you. So I've done what I needed to do. I feel I can focus back.
Absolutely. Listen, it sounds like your journey and my journey is very similar because I was a single mom. I only had one, but I put a lot of things on hold, because I had my son at 19. I put a lot of things on hold to be able to make sure he was good. And soon as he left for that military, I packed my bags and moved to Atlanta because I was just like, boom, it's time for mama to do her thing now. 100%.
See?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. And I know that they're proud of you too.
Yeah. They're
Girl,
always amazed, like, wow, you make really good music, mom. Got to
aw.
get more people to hear it. Like, so
Do you play that guitar that's behind you?
I'm learning. I've been practicing, but I have drums that are pushed to the side right here. I've been
Really?
playing the drums since I was like 12, maybe.
Did you play in the church?
Church. Yeah.
Yeah. That is
They're
amazing.
right here though.
Okay, listen, I love that. So you play the drums, you're learning to play the guitar. Is there other instruments that interest you?
Um the bass. I
Okay.
want to play bass. Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. Really, because think about it. There's not a lot of female artists that I could name off the top of my head out there right now who are playing instruments. Or if they do, we don't know about it. I know her, she
Right.
plays a lot of instruments,
Yes.
but there's not
Mhm.
many of them. So that's going to really be something that sets you apart from a lot of the other young ladies. And there's some talented ones out there,
Mhm.
but they're not playing the instruments. Is that a
Right.
passion for you?
Yeah, I'm getting back into the drums cuz I took some time away like I said, so I'm out here practicing, getting ready. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to live stream this one day, but let me finish brushing up and get my songs down. Then we'll go from there.
Somebody just said you look like a half Patti LaBelle and Mary J. Mixed.
Look, thank you.
Exactly.
I'll
That's a
take
compliment
it.
because they're both beautiful, absolutely, and super
I'll take
talented.
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
you absolutely are giving those Mary J vibes 100%. I can see that
I
now that
love
you said that.
Mary.
Me too. She's a vibe and she's one of those people who just continue to thrive just like you are throughout your career.
My auntie
Yeah.
says I'm the rapper version of Mary.
Yeah. See?
Yeah, if Mary was a full time rapper, it'd be.
Right, that would be you, definitely. So let's talk about some of your accolades. First of all, I see a Spotify plaque behind you.
Yeah. My outfit falling apart. I'm gonna just leave this earring off,
Listen,
y'all.
need it, girl. Take your earring out, get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Let your hair down. It's okay.
Right?
It's just two girls chatting. It's fine.
Yeah,
Let's
so this lovely Spotify plaque was a gift from my husband.
okay.
Um, my first EP was placed in like the Seattle Public Library. And so from there, it like gained a lot of momentum, a lot of momentum. He's like, you got over 100,000 streams and you're not going to say nothing? I'm like, no, it's not a big deal. I'm just happy that, things are going well and, it wasn't a mistake getting back into the music. So I can't remember, I think it was my birthday. He pulls out like this box and I'm like, what the heck? Like, what is this big that you're giving me? Like,
Yeah.
so I opened it and I was just crying because the sentimental value behind it was just like so deep that people will never understand. For him to see like the grind and as much passion and blood, sweat, tears, money we put behind this, to have something was just like, wow. Like,
Yeah.
I want to cry thinking about it because nobody ever like, I wouldn't say nobody really takes it serious, but when you have somebody to think for you, like I'm always doing for them, I always got the gifts, I always got everything ready. And to see something like that was just like,
You're about to make me
you
emotional.
really like, You really behind me with this. That's crazy.
It means a lot, especially coming from your significant others, because oftentimes there's relationships out here that we don't hear that. We don't hear I'm proud of you, or they don't put thought
Exactly.
into like that was so thoughtful because he understands how important this music is to you.
Yeah.
Shout out to your husband for really just,
Thank you.
giving you probably one of the best gifts ever because that is a priceless gift right there. And I could tell
Yeah.
that it means a lot to you. It made you
It
emotional.
does. It
I
does. Cause
love
you
that.
don't understand, girl. He don't plan nothing. He had to do research, get data behind it, email people. Like that was a lot. That was a lot
It's a
for
lot.
somebody who
No
doesn't do
shade to
that.
the fellas, but that's a lot because men oftentimes run to the mall last minute and grab a quick gift and be like, "Here you go."
That's him.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like for him to really dive in and take the time, like you said, to do the research
Yeah.
and make the calls and emails and everything. Man, shout out to your husband for presenting you with that beautiful, beautiful plaque right there because that is timeless and it's
Thank you.
priceless. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stretch with the Culture Report checking in. He says, "Salute, Miss Cash, big fan." Okay. That
Thank
is super
you.
dope. Shout out to Stretch, man. Make sure you guys tap in with the Culture Report. Been friends for a long time. We actually met through Cash, Cash Jones. So 100%. Shout out to you, bro, for checking in. Definitely. So let's talk a little bit about what you said. You had your first EP, Rain. It was placed in the Seattle Public Library playback catalog. I'm not
Yes.
familiar with that because I don't know that all the libraries offer that, or maybe they do. Tell us how that situation came about.
I saw like a posting and I'm like, oh man, should I apply for this? Or, because I get a lot of slack up here not being from here. People give
Yeah.
me a hard time and they feel like I don't have the roots or, whatever the case may be. So I'm like, should I even like submit for this? So it was like months before I heard anything back, probably like 5, 6, 7 months. And I get this email like, oh, you've been chosen to be placed in the playback catalog. I'm like, are you for real? Like me? Like, oh my God. And I made sure to tell them, bio, background, everything. So they're aware of that. And they like, we select dope music and we think that it's dope. So I was like, wow,
That is
accomplished in Seattle.
listen, congratulations, because like you said, to go to a city that you're not from and be selected probably in front of a lot of artists who are from there,
Yeah.
that is a major accomplishment and it speaks a lot for your work ethic, for the type of music that you're putting out, because I'm quite
Yeah.
sure that you are I can't speak for men because I'm not a man, but at us as women, we tend to be very calculated. We think about our moves and it's
Hmm.
very important to us. And you're probably putting so much thought into your songs before you actually release them out to the public.
Yeah. I am.
So, how long has that project been out? The EP Rain.
That was 2019.
Okay, so it's been out for
Hmm.
about 5 years now.
Yeah.
Definitely, that right there again shows that you said you've been taking it seriously for 6 years. That project's been out for 5 years. You hit the ground running, and
Yeah.
boom, immediately made this major accolade. That is absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You've also you've had nominations on the Indie Music Channel Awards for again that beautiful EP. Congratulations on that. Tell us about that.
Yeah, when they nominated me, it was a big deal because I've never been nominated for anything. And it was a reassurance thing like, okay, I got back to this. It's not for nothing. Like, people hear me, people see me. So when I went and actually won every single category I was nominated in, I was like in tears. Like, if you see video footage, they keep calling me up. There was 4 different categories and I won all 4. And they called me again. I'm like, what? So I'm literally like tears, all makeup, crying, bawling, crying, because I've never won anything. And to be nominated was enough for me. To win one was enough for me. Like, and it just kept coming. So I was just like, wow.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing. Congratulations on that first and foremost, because again, it shows your hard
Thank
work that you
you.
put in, and that hard work is paying off. And then, like you
Mhm.
said, something you said I want to key on. You said just to have been nominated is an honor, but to actually go
Yeah.
home with all of them, man,
Yes.
and that's a priceless moment. That is one of those pivotal moments to let you know that you're absolutely doing the right thing. You're walking in your purpose.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that
That's
for you.
that's how I felt.
Absolutely. You also had a record that peaked number 68 on the iTunes hip hop chart called Elevation.
Yeah, that was
Girl, what have you not
recently.
done? What have you not done?
These are like new levels. This is all new to me. This year I've been like finishing up my album and everything. And so with Elevation, I was like, okay, well, I want to shoot the video. I want to do all of this before I release the song. And for me, it was one of those things of in a world full of like low vibrations and twerking and all this, I wanted to put out something real.
Yes.
So people didn't see it coming. They didn't know I was going to drop the song, the video, everything the same day. Dropped it. They're like, oh my God, this is so real. Like, this is what I'm going through. Everybody can go when you're trying to elevate. Da, da, da. Like, they're hitting me like crazy. And then next thing I know, I'm like, oh, we charting. Okay, let me look at this. 68
That's
for
major.
little old me.
That's
Like,
major. That is major. You really have accomplished a lot during your 6 years of doing this on a professional level. How does that make you feel?
blessed.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Is blessed. Like, the more I keep moving forward, the more doors keep opening, things keep happening. And I mean, there's a lot of frustration with it. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna just stop. I'm gonna
Yeah.
retire. I'm done with this. And then I'm reminded, like, by just random people, like, no, people need music with substance. People need to hear about your experiences. There are people who relate to you. They depended on you to keep giving us this realness. Like,
Yes.
you got to keep going. So
Absolutely. For all the people who took the time to vote
I
for
keep
you
on
during the
going.
awards, people who voted for you, people who streamed your music to get you to number 68, what would you say to them? Did you hear me? Hello? Did you hear me?
Oh my God. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of breaking up, but I can hear you.
oh, okay.
I would say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys. Y'all got me in shock. Like, y'all can't be having me crying all the time. I cry too much. But thank you.
Absolutely. I think it might be your Wi-Fi. It might be because it's like kind of blotchy just a little bit. Shout out to Cash is checking in. Cash Jones. Yeah, she said she won't ever let you quit. I think her Wi-Fi is cutting in and out just a little bit. So you guys just stay tuned so she can get her Wi-Fi together. That's the only thing about the live stream is sometimes that Wi-Fi be acting up. The Wi-Fi be Wi-Fi-ing. But while she's getting her Wi-Fi together, we have Miss Cash on the line. Shout out to Cash Jones. We got to get together soon. Got to get together soon. Shout out to the Culture Report checking in. Shout out to Vicious checking in. As I mentioned earlier, we are live streaming. There she is. I think she's popping back in. There she is.
Oh, I don't know what happened. I just like, well, let me leave and come back. I don't know.
Sometimes, so when we live stream, it takes a ton of bandwidth. So that Wi-Fi just be acting crazy sometimes. So like when
Oh,
I do it, I actually hardwire my laptop because if I try to do it off Wi-Fi, it acts crazy. So yeah, it's all good. We got it together, but I was just letting everybody know we're live streaming right now on YouTube, 2 Facebook pages, and Twitch. So no matter where you
mhm.
guys are tuning in from, we appreciate you. But let's just go back to that question. So, for all the people who took the time to vote for you during the awards, people who have streamed your music to get you to number 68, just people supporting you, period, what would you say to them?
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like, I love you guys. I appreciate you. Don't think it's not unnoticed. Like, I'm just somebody like, yeah, they going to do it. I don't know what y'all going to do. But when you do it, I'm blown aback. I'm grateful. I'm humble. I just appreciate it. And I love you guys for that.
Absolutely. As we close out 2024, we're coming into 2025. What is on your bucket list? Give us 1 or 2 things on your bucket list for 2025 that maybe didn't quite get done in 2024 that we will see from Miss Cash in 2025.
I feel like I can't answer that without giving certain things away because I have 2 things that I'm trying to do, but I don't want to say it. And then,
Understood.
you know,
Listen,
but
no
other
pressure.
than that, but outside of that, I will say I got to do more appearances. I have to be more visual and do like more interviews, more videos because I'm not a very really visual as an artist.
Listen, I love that because we all have to take that accountability. And I love that you gave that answer because one of the questions I ask a lot of artists when I sit down with them is what is something you feel like you need to work on? Because sometimes it kind of gets their wheels turning like, I do need to work on. And I think one of the things we do, all of us, is getting on social media more, posting more. It's difficult sometimes because life be busy, right?
Yes. Yeah,
Cash Jones said
definitely.
big things on the way. Listen, that's all they got to do. Big
See,
things on the way.
she know,
You ain't got
but
to
we
know
can't
exactly what
speak
it
on.
is. Listen, sometimes we have to keep certain things to ourselves rather than we can
Yeah,
manifest it within, but we don't need to let the world know about it until everything is
right.
solidified, right?
Hmm.
That's what makes the most sense. So you have the EP Rain out. Talk to us about you have in my bag the forthcoming.
Yeah, that's what I'm finishing up and
Okay.
being so meticulous about. Like every song has to be either a story, my characters, or just something. Like everything means something on the album. So now I'm stuck between, should I put this on there or take that off? And just making those final adjustments, kind of make sure that everything just flows right. Because I've been wanting to do this my whole life, like
Understood.
actually an album, full length album. So
Absolutely. Do you have an idea of how many tracks you want to put on it?
right now it's 13, but I'm contemplating 14.
Okay.
Definitely 13. So
So the 13 tracks that have potentially made the album, were they written and recorded whether you knew it or not with this album in mind? Because you said you've been wanting to do it your whole life.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. When I started recording a couple of years ago, I had the mind frame of, okay, this is going to be part of an album. So I
Yes.
have to make it all make sense after this particular song. So once it comes all together, it'll make perfect sense.
Absolutely. Is there an anticipated time frame of when you think the world will be able to hear it?
We just pushed it back. It was supposed to be November this month, but now I'm thinking January. So,
Okay. That's a great way to start the new year, putting an album out, especially like you said, it's, like your debut album. That's a
yeah.
great time to boom, hit him in the head 2025. That's bucket list items right there. Check.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Who are some of the producers you worked with, if you don't mind sharing?
My same guys, Mike D, and Saul. Mike D is from Seattle. He's a legend. He's
Yeah.
awesome. He works with a lot of live instruments. And Saul is from the Bay, so he has
Mm.
that hype. He gives me that back
Yeah.
home type feeling. Like, so both of them make the album make sense.
Absolutely. Who are you working with engineering wise? Who's getting your vocals and your mixing and mastering together?
My guy Randy up here at Undercast Studios in Shoreline, Washington. When
Mm.
I tell you Randy is the guy, man, I have never worked with somebody like so creative, so understanding, and so encouraging. It's hard to have all those things in an engineer because they'll be like, oh, well, you need to, I don't think you should do that. Or, people want to dictate what you're creatively thinking instead
Right.
of going along with it and just
Yes.
seeing how it sounds. Child, he be egging me on, and I love it.
Give you that big ego, huh? I love it. Absolutely. Because that's what an engineer is supposed to do. Rather than, like you said, dictating and maybe kind of shooting stuff down, they're there to enhance what you already have going
Right.
on. Well, maybe
And
we could
help me
tweak that a
find
little
my
bit.
sound.
Exactly. Do you feel like at this point in your career, you have fully found the sound that you want to project to the world?
Yes. I think by now people know that they need to expect the unexpected with me. Sometimes I might be creative and crazy. Sometimes I might be lovey dovey, but you're going to get some real stuff out of me.
I
So,
know that's right. Like we women, we like I said, we emotional. We can throw, hey, you want this? I got you. You want this? I got you.
yeah,
Are you open to working or creating in other genres of music outside of hip hop?
I am. I really
Because you got that
honestly,
guitar behind you. You know what I'm saying? A little country music,
yeah,
baby.
I actually want to be more of a writer instead of an artist because I have so
Mm,
many ideas in other genres of music. And it's hard to like put all of that. Like, I don't want to sound too crazy with my style, but
right.
I do want to do other things.
Absolutely. And that just opens you up to a broader audience. That
Yeah.
opens, because all them genres, whether it be country or pop or even a little rock, who knows, that can open you up to a much broader audience,
Yeah.
definitely. Do you feel like hip hop right now is fair game for women in the industry?
Not at all.
Yeah. Talk to us about that.
Not at all. I mean, you see it every female rappers twerking naked, talking about a dude or some money or her stuff or whatever. There's not a mainstream female artist that I can pull up right now and say, oh, she done been through some stuff. I really relate to that song and her at the same time. Because
Yes.
don't get me wrong, some of them, they'll say a couple of real bars in the song, but when you look at them, I can't relate to the image.
Yes.
So there's no mainstream artist that's like really giving you grown woman coverage, telling you about the trials and the tribulations, putting it in the music, and that's what you get. Like, you don't have that. So I feel like it's not balanced right now. It's not fair. It's just pushing this one thing, and that's all we see. You got to
Yes.
dig deep to find a me or a, Rhapsody or a Chica or whoever, like behind the scenes. You have to dig deep and find that for yourself, but they're not just going to put it in front of you.
No, you are absolutely right because I reference a lot of what's coming out right now as low vibrational music. It's
Me
degrading.
too.
We need more of that high vibrational music stuff like that you're putting out there to the world and making women actually feel good about themselves.
Hmm.
That's so
And people
important.
give me more like feedback than I expect. Like, even though it's like in my inbox or behind the scenes, and you post to Meg the Stallion or who, not to knock anybody, but you'll tell me in private that you need this and it's helping you and all that. And that's what means something to me, to be heard, to be, people sending me videos from work where they're playing a song. Oh, this song got me through the day. I needed that because they was on some BS at my job. And, like that's what means something to me at the end of the
Absolutely.
day.
Shout out to Jessica Peterson. She said, I love Miss Cash. She is so beautiful. Yes, she
Oh, I
is.
love you
Yes,
too.
she
Thank
is.
you.
Absolutely. We do have your new single that we're going to check out in just a moment. Before we get into that, is there other things that you currently have in the works that we have not covered that you want to make sure that the world is aware of?
Well, I do want to make sure that you guys know I'm going to be starting a Can't Fold challenge, which is my current single. And the meaning behind that challenge is basically we're hashtagging Can't Fold Challenge, and we're telling our stories of resilience, things we've gone through, things that didn't break us and we didn't fold at the end of the day. Like, I want to hear those stories. I think that it's therapeutic. I think that the more that we see that, there's somebody that can relate to that and say, hey, oh, I'm going through something similar. I just so happen to click this video. I can relate. I can make it through this too. This person did. So I want to start that probably the top of next week, but that's what's coming next for me. Can't fold
Absolutely.
challenge. So be
Where
ready, y'all.
they'll be able to find it like on your social media and stuff to get
Yeah.
involved?
Yeah. I'm
That is
going to
super
start
dope.
off with a video here pretty soon.
Okay. Okay.
Can't fold challenge.
Absolutely. I feel like when you put new music out, whether it's a single album, it's so important to have different types of campaigns, whether, like you said, it's a
Hmm.
challenge, lyric videos, actual music videos, doing things like this. You have to cover all the bases, and it sounds like
Yeah.
you're absolutely doing that. Who came up with the idea for the challenge?
My girl Cash, Miss Jones, she been on my case. Like, you gotta push the songs. Like me, I'm just a humble artist. I'm a rap, put the song out, posted some, and that's it. And she's like, no, you really need to make yourself visible. Tell these stories. People need to hear them. Cause I'll tell her, and she's like, oh my god, I can't believe you. Do you know how many people can relate to this? So it's a part of the whole process, like putting the whole journey together and making it make sense at the end of the day.
Absolutely, because people who become fans of yours, they want to feel like they're a part of your journey. And by you doing challenges and things like that, it includes them per se.
Yeah. And she's
Do
like,
you?
they can't figure you out. You're always just so like over there. They want to relate to you and get to know you. So I'm
Absolutely.
not mean, y'all. I'm just shy. Like,
Listen, she's not mean at all. She's got a beautiful spirit. We got a chance to talk before we went live and we already bonded, like she's beautiful. Definitely.
thank you.
And shout out to Robert over there on Facebook checking in. Like I said, we are streaming on multiple platforms right now. So if you're not on YouTube, they're on Twitch, they're on Facebook. We appreciate you guys. Do you have a name for your fans? Like, Beyonce got the Beehive and Nicki got the Barbs. Do you have a name for your fans?
I just always say the real ones.
Okay,
That's
there
who
you
relate to me, the real ones.
go. There you go. We the real ones. We the real ones. So who produced this particular record that we're going to listen to, Can't Fold?
Saul, my guy from the Bay. He's so dope. I know he didn't expect me to put this song together the way that I did
Yeah.
because the vibe of the beat by itself, you would not think of this type of song. So he's like, see, that's why I rock with you. That's why I rock with you.
Yes, 100%. Where were you at mentally when you wrote this record?
Mentally, I was putting together the journey.
Yeah.
Um, Dealing with what my son goes through, like with football injuries, trying to figure out his life, where does he go, like what's going to happen. It kind of made me reflect on getting him to this point. It was all about the opportunity. So I had to basically tell both of our stories using football metaphors, but
Yeah.
it's a story of I didn't fold, so you can't fold either. You know, you out here, you got to keep going. We're gonna see this thing through. It's we didn't come this far just to come this far, is what I always say.
That is facts, absolutely. And in life, we have to take our shot because we miss 100% of the shots that we don't take. Isn't
If you
that right?
don't take it,
That's kind of like a basketball metaphor. Take them shots. You know what I'm saying? We got to
right?
shoot our shot. And that's what you've been doing. And look at you now, multi award winner, charting. You got plaques on the wall. You got more on the way. We're manifesting it. Jessica's asking when you're going to be in concert. They want to come see you in concert.
I'm working on it. I have to come out of this box and get out there because I'm so reserved and I'm
I
working on it,
understand.
y'all.
Listen, I get it. The older I get, the more I just want to be like in my safe
Yeah.
space. Trust
Now the
me.
thing is, when I say I got a show, y'all make sure y'all come. How about
No,
that?
exactly. There you go. When are you going to be out here in Atlanta? Let's put that out there.
I'm hoping in February. I hope Cash hears me. Miss Jones, do you hear me?
Yeah, she's listening in. So let's make it happen. When you come in February, I would love to have you come through. Right now, I'm working from my home podcast
Okay.
studio, but I've got an actual location. I would love to have you come through. That would be amazing.
Yeah, I'll be
Yes,
there.
I know
Let's
that's right.
do it.
Definitely,
Let's do it.
100%. Before we get into the record, because we are going to let them listen to it
Mhm.
tonight, anything else that you have in the works that we did not cover that I want to make sure everybody knows what Miss Cash has going on?
No, I'm just focused on football and focused on getting the album done. So
Yes,
can't
absolutely. So
fold challenge. That's what we're doing.
Can't Fold Challenge, so they can be on the lookout for that. Tell them where they can follow you on all your social platforms so they can keep up with everything that Miss Cash has going on.
Um, Instagram at Miss Cash Music, TikTok at Miss Cash Music, the same on YouTube. Facebook, you can type in Miss Cash, I'll pop up, but I'm by my government, Cashin Brown. So
Yes, absolutely. I know
yeah.
you have a lot of people that love you, support you. Who do you want to give
Mhm.
thanks to for supporting you?
Oh my gosh, do you know how long that list is?
That's fine. I got time.
But thank you, Cash. Thank you to my husband. Thank you, Mike D, Randy, Saul, all of the artists I work with, Kid. Just thank you to my fans. Thank you to everybody that supports me, who shared the song, streamed the song, added it to the playlist, all of that. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you. Shout out to yourself for being so dope as a beautiful mother, a beautiful wife, a beautiful woman with a good spirit, creating
Thank
good
you.
music. You should be proud of yourself.
Thank you. And thank you for
Absolutely.
having me.
Of
Yay.
course, it was such a pleasure. So let's get into this record, the highly anticipated. Anybody that's listening in, give your feedback in the comments. Let us know, what you think about the record because all feedback is absolutely welcome. And Jessica says she wish you would come to Canada. So now you got to go internationally.
Look, I know, right? Okay.
You right there.
Um,
You in Washington.
okay. We're gonna
Right.
make that happen.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and get into the record. It's called Can't Fold, but I'm going to let you introduce it.
All right, you guys. We've been going through a lot this year. You can't fold. This is what we doing. Can't fold challenge. Let's go.
Let's go. Y'all stay tuned. We're live right here.
Industries most wanted.
With all the odds against me, I still made it out them trenches though. Waited like a rookie, now they watch me get the ball and score. They sick to their stomach, all these carrots make them vomit. You're trying to intercept my blessings, knowing you can't stop me. I'm built for this win. First down, got up quick. Cop new cleats, got a grip, they waiting on me to slip. But it's 4th and goal, I'm activated, beast mode. What you think I'm playing for? Get that ball and run it, touch your bag, and I'm gone. You look from the sidelines, you hate that I'm getting it. Getting it, I'm getting it, I'm gone. I'm on the field now, you sick that I'm winning. Winning and winning, I'm home. You look from the sidelines, you hate that I'm getting it. Getting it, I'm getting it, I'm gone. I'm on the field now, you sick that I'm winning. Winning and winning, I'm home. Hey, can't be worried about what they say. Only focused on the prize. Can't let the devil get in the way. I hustle and pray about it. Wear my armor, go hard about it. Heavy load to carry them ancestors. Don't be playing about me. Ethan's back on ride about me. Run up with that blocker, blocker, blocker. Every time you get in my way, try to stop her, stop her, stop her. I be smashing through your line. View it all on prime time. Now watch me get this sack. No shit door, baby, oh my, my. You look from the sidelines, you hate that I'm getting it. Getting it, I'm getting it, I'm gone. I'm on the field now, you sick that I'm winning. Winning and winning, I'm home. You look from the sidelines, you hate that I'm getting it. Getting it, I'm getting it, I'm gone. I'm on the field now, you sick that I'm winning. Winning and winning, I'm with all them hits and blows. I'm still unscathed and kept my helmet on. You're looking at the champion now, I'm rocking all these rings on him. Sliding real slick, pick 6, had to run it on him. Same team, same dream, solid, never switched up on him. No, we the one starting line, running forward, y'all behind. Pressure on me, I'ma shine. See that glow, yeah, it's my time. It's too much on the line, I can't fold. I'm winning, check the score, you know the stats. I'm in my bag till I'm gone. You look from the sidelines, you hate that I'm getting it. Getting it, I'm getting it, I'm gone. I'm on the field now, you sick that I'm winning. Winning and winning, I'm home. You look from the sidelines, you hate that I'm getting it. Getting it, I'm getting it, I'm gone. I'm on the field now, you sick that I'm winning. Winning and winning, I'm home. Getting it, I'm getting it, I'm gone.
Yes, ma'am. Listen, that is a whole vibe right there. Let me just tell you, that record is one of them records that I feel like anybody can listen to it. It's not just something, oh, just the ladies are going to listen to it. I feel like the fellas can turn up to it, young, old, anywhere in between, because it's just that type of vibe that, like you said, we can't fold. And that really needs to be the motto for life, is we cannot fold, because a lot of people do in a lot of situations. So thank you for creating such a beautiful record.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We appreciate you being here tonight. I definitely look forward to, like Kash said, ATL press run. The culture report, shout out to Stretch. He said the football metaphors are fire. He caught that. He caught that. That is so dope. So definitely, we encourage everybody to get involved with this challenge once it's going to be posted here soon. So again, they can follow you on your social platforms. Thank you so much for taking some time with us tonight.
Thank you for having me. I will be seeing you soon.
Absolutely. And shout out to everybody who
Yay.
took the time tonight. If you guys missed any part of this interview, it does stay permanently on the YouTube channel. Go run it up. Make